Hi everyone, how is everyone doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Tina. I got so many requests to do a garden tour. I'm not a professional, look at Peppy. I'm not a professional gardener. I just do this for hobby and I just love to grow my own food. We only have 2 or 3 months of summer here in Canada and I like to take advantage. So I'm gonna start with my deck. The front of the house, I only have berry bushes and I have like a circle that I planted some flower seeds. They didn't come up yet, so I probably would just enter some pictures, but I will show you what I done here. Okay, so I'm gonna start that side of the deck because it's a long way to go to that side. And I will show you. So on that corner right there, I picked a day. This is my second tape because I did one the other day. It was so sunny you couldn't see anything. I have some cantaloupe that I'm trying to grow here so they can go over the railing, and I have mostly my patio tomatoes here. I do have a couple of cucumbers just because I ran out of space over there. And yeah, so these are all my patio tomatoes and another cucumber. I like to come up here and just pick them because it's easier for me because my kitchen is right there. And I have some mustard green. I love this thing in my salad. I have some scallions here that I'm growing and more tomatoes. That's my thyme. And yeah, so these are all patio tomatoes. These are muslin lettuce, I think you call it that. And every 15 to 20 days, I like to start a new batch because you can only get 2 cuttings out of them. I have some plants. And that's my lettuce, doesn't like the sun, so I have it here in the shade. I have my hibiscus, and that's my beautiful flower tower. And there is Peppy's tail, and this little guy is guarding it. Yeah, I have different flowers on this. These are my herbs that I started from seeds, so I have to transplant them. And I keep moving things around. There's my basil that I started from seeds. I had some labels from last year. So last year I spent so much money on the buckets of the strawberries, and I paid like $12 last year for each. This year I just did it myself, the baskets, so I got the plants. And I have probably 6 or 7 baskets that I made myself. That's another flower. And these are my hibiscus. And that's a flower pot with this little guy again and this little girl. Hello, little girl. She's my little guard. And that's a lemon tree that I started from seed 2 years ago. It hasn't fruit yet. And that's bay leaves, and that's my lime tree, and it's already giving me a lime, and there is some flowers, which means they're gonna give me some limes. I have more lettuce here, some flowers, and that's Asian green that I started from seed. And again, they don't like the heat too much, so I have this flower pot kind of shading it, and there is more basil there. That's my lemon balm. It is so peaceful here, you guys. I love sitting on my deck and just having my coffee. I'm gonna show you before I go to, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I posted my fairy gardens on Instagram. This is my Hawaiian hula fairy garden, and I just have this stand with some fake cacti And that's my little sign. And then there's my other sign. It is paradise here. And that's my fuchsia plant. It is doing so well. This thing will be full and hanging over. I have some kale growing in the grow area, but I started some more seeds. These are gonna go in the garden for fall crop. There is more strawberries here and some flowers. These are my tomatoes that, again, I had this whole thing started from seeds and I transplanted most of them, so these two are left. And this is gonna be a hanging basket tomato. And I have more flowers here. That's another hanging basket tomato that I made. And that's my parsley that I started from seeds. And I have more strawberries here. And another fuchsia plant with this guy guarding it. And my little sign. And I have more flowers here. And I have basil that I started from seeds. These, again, they don't like the heat too much. That's some flour mixture. And this one, it's called Sweet Williams. So it's all coming up. And over here, I have all my herbs. I have 3 or 4 different kinds of mints here. We love our mint. I have rosemary, sage, thyme, some parsley, and another pineapple mint. And that tastes so good in like tea and stuff. I have more seeds that's coming up, another tomato. And these are my cut and come again salad mix. And I already did one cutting out of them. I think I will get another cutting because they already grew. So we'll see how many cuttings I can get from them. And there is my 2 other strawberries. I have 2 pots with red spinach. And that's my second tower of flowers. And this little guy. Over here I have some more tomatoes, and all of these are tomato. Yeah, these are the patio tomatoes. They're like the small one, the cherry tomato kinda. And over here I have this plant. I bought this year. It's supposed to be kiwi, so I want to see how it performs. And this is a sour cherry tree. I had to get a second one so they cross-pollinate. That plant I guard with my life. That's my cousin who died last year. She gave it to me, so I have to look after it because it's precious to me. And these are my hibiscus and I think that's jasmine. They were not doing well in the front because I hardly get any sun in the front, so I not transplant them, but I move them here. So we'll see how they're gonna do. Over here I have some chard that they're gonna be here until probably end of July, and then I will transplant them. And this thing is Jamaican Caillou, or I don't know how to pronounce it. And over here I have this little stand with some cacti and some plants. And that's my other summer themed fairy garden. Again, it's on my Instagram, and I have few little plants there with some cacti and my hello sign. So this is my deck, and I can grow a lot here because as you can see I have a huge deck here. And now I'm gonna take you down to the garden area. Okay, so We still have so much to do with this land. When we bought it, it was just weeds, and some areas they're so sandy that it's like a beach sand. You can't really grow things. I have berry bush right there, and there is different kinds of like raspberries and blackberries. I have few fruit trees that I planted. One of them didn't make it, so I gotta remove that and put another one. And I have another section there that's all berry bush, and those things, it's the second year and they're already full of flowers. Right here I have all my Roma tomatoes, and these are the ones that I like to use for canning and making my sauces at the end of the season. I did all these cages for them because last year we had the hailstorm and I lost half my crop, but I didn't have enough, so this one has this cage. So yeah, these are all the tomatoes, and in these boxes I have 2 lavender and 2 strawberries that they are just doing wonderful here. And then at the end of the season I'll transplant them because they'll freeze here with our weather. Okay, so coming down here again, all of these purple buckets, they are all tomatoes, because I do like different types of sauces, and plus we love eating tomatoes in the summer. And there is 4 or 5 varieties here. I have beefsteak, I have something called Bonnie Bess, and I have some in these pots. They're Lemon Boy. Yeah, all of these are beefsteak and I have some that's called Ultra Boy and Ultra Girl, and in these 3 there is type that's called Glamour. So we'll see. This bed here is my strawberry bed, and at the end of the season last year we got busy with guests and family issues and health issues, and we forgot to cover it with straw, which you're supposed to do, especially when you get -30s in the winter here. And we thought we lost all this bed, but it came all back, and it is full, and I mean full of flowers, strawberries. There is 2 kinds of strawberries here. There is the ever-bearing strawberries, and there is one that's called pine berries, and it is the white strawberry that tastes like pineapple. So there's a ton of them, and I don't know how the seed went into my blueberry box. I bet you the birds, because they're growing here, so I have to remove this from here. I got my blueberries here. They're the second year, so they're starting to give me lots of blueberries this year, if the birds and the chipmunks let us eat them. There is so many blueberries. And then we did these 2 boxes with the trellis. We did the trellis this year, and I'm gonna show you. I have most of my climbing squashes here. This is Italian or Sicilian zucchini. I have all my butternut squash all here, and they're gonna climb up. I have few peppers here, and I don't like using any pesticides on my vegetables. So if I see bugs and stuff, I will make my own pepper spray and do it. In the front here, I planted some carrots that didn't come up yet. This is my yellow squash zucchini, and this is already giving me baby squashes. I love these squashes. They are so yummy. And there is more here. I can't wait to cook with these. This is my grape plant, and it has grown so much. This is gonna grow again up the trellis. Hopefully this year we'll get some grapes because there is some on it. These two are my acorn squash, and they're already starting to climb. And then I have green zucchini here. And when you grow things organically, you're gonna expect these, as long as it's just the leaves. I always come and inspect underneath to see if there is anything that's chewing on them. The slugs, I think they come out at night, so probably that's what it is. That's another green zucchini. And these two are my buttercup squash. They're already starting to go up. And that's another grape. And then on this side, we still have so much to do in this garden. It's unbelievable. I have a squash family here. This is my other buttercup squash that's going up, and we absolutely love buttercup. It's already giving me baby buttercup squashes. And this is another yellow zucchini that has already so many on it, and that one is flowering. This one is green. Oh look, ladybug. Yes, I love ladybugs in my garden because they eat aphids. And these are all my squashes. This guy is supposed to go on the trellis. We have to train him. And I have long beans that's gonna climb up. And more long beans, more squashes. So this whole two section is mainly squashes and zucchinis. And look at those things, they're so cute. And then in this bed here, again, we did trellis, and it's so hot today. I have all my cucumbers. I have 3 different kind of cucumbers that's gonna climb up. And in the front, because they climb up, you can plant bush beans. So I have bush beans here, all here. And already the cucumber is flowering, which is a good indication. I put some carrots here yesterday, so I just left it there so I know. And then on this side, I have my beans again, and I have some carrots. I put some more here. We had a late start this year because up until June 1st, it was still very cold. So we have more beans, bush beans. And then these are the carrots I put down end of May, and I thought they're never gonna make it because it was so cold, and they are just doing great here. I have more carrots on this side, and some more carrots here, and 2 little eggplants, and more carrots. And then these ones, the packaging said bush beans, but they are not bush beans. So I had to put little sticks because they are climbing. These are not bush beans, but they are doing great here. So I'm very happy with these. And then I did all these buckets. Well, most of them. This one is okra. That one is watermelon. I wanted to try to grow it in the bucket. We'll see. But all of the rest is sweet potatoes. And you cannot buy sweet potato seedling or the plant. You can't. I can't find it anywhere, so you have to do your own splits, they call it, from the actual sweet potato, and it takes a long time. So all of these are sweet potatoes that I did myself, and that's another watermelon that I'm hoping it grows out. All these blue buckets are potatoes that I saved from last year's crop, and I planted it, and I hill it every time up until they come to that first line there, and then I'll leave them. So I already hilled them twice, and they are all coming up, which is great. And then I have my soil to hill them. And this in these buckets here I have borage, and this one brings all the bees so that they pollinate, they do their job. I have some beans here, and I have another squash there. And over here again with the trellis, I have some buttercup squashes, and these are the butternut squashes that's going to grow on the trellis. So I'm going to take you to the grow area. Okay, this is my grow area. Again, there is a lot of work to be done here still. I'm gonna take all the weeds out and then put like 6 inches of mulch here, so I don't have to worry about weeds coming up. I have few beds that are mainly all eggplant, different variety of eggplant. And again, we love our eggplant. We not only cook with it, and I make eggplant with tomato and pepper sauce at the end of the season. So all of this is eggplant, and that's eggplant over there. And I have some peppers here, and I have 2 squashes. In these white row covers, I have all my beets growing. This is, I'll show you the inside if I can get to it. All of this is golden beets, and then all of that, the 2 rows are red beets. But you have to keep them covered because I like to eat the greens of the beets, and they get affected by leaf miners, and I don't like them. And then in the last row here, I have all my kales growing. Again, they like to get, what do you call it? The white moth gets them. So all these are all my kale. So I like to keep them covered. And then, and the light and the sun and the water gets to these rows, so they're perfect. And this side again, I have 4 that I have covered. This one here, it has all my Brussels sprouts and my Asian green. Let me see if I can get, so these are all Brussels sprouts. That's my Asian greens. And then this one is purple cauliflower. And all here I have all my Swiss chard, and again they get badly affected by leaf miners, so this is all my Swiss chard. Sorry, I'm doing it this way because I don't want to keep it open. And then in this one here I have my I think it's called giant kale. As you can see, it's giant. So this is all kale, and then I have another variety right there. This video is not gonna be perfect, you guys, because yeah, everything is covered here. Over here I have more kale, blue kale growing, and some Asian green, and I have 2 squashes at the end. And over here it's my radishes. Every 30 days I plant a new batch, so I have one here. There was a couple left, I stuck them in there along with all the peppers. And I have more pepper, 1 tomato plant there, and radishes. They only take 30 days. And then I have different variety of peppers. Again, I make pepper sauce, so I have more peppers all in these 2 beds. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this tour. If I have time, I'll come back when most of the vegetables are in the growing stage, and I'll show you again what they look like. But life gets busy, so you guys know how that goes. Anyway, thank you so much for coming along, and if you like this video, please give me thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, have an awesome day, you guys.